All right, hello everyone from a houseboat. You can probably tell from the ladder or the decoration around here. I thought, why not? It's something different. It's unfinished inside, but still, it's kind of nice in here and very quiet. Today I wanted to talk about something about one of the biggest struggles of many photographers, and it's to what to even photograph. I want to share my experience and how I expanded, or I believe that I expanded my photography, adding new subjects that I had never thought of photographing before a few years back. But before we get into today's topic, I wanted to show you also the new image of the month for the month of August. It's already August. So this is the one, it's called the Nest. I made this image a few months ago in Spain. You can watch the video where I made it linked there. I think it's a very nice print. It turned out pretty good. So it's available for purchase now till the end of the month at a reduced price. It starts at $49. Shipping is free and included for in the US. And yeah, I'm gonna leave the link down below in the description just in case you wanna check it out. A little bit closer. All right, so for those of you who still don't know my story, I used to live in Portland, Oregon. I lived there for 5 years until 2 years ago when I decided, well, my wife and I decided that we wanted to travel a little bit more and see other places, so we moved out of there. It was there in Portland, in Oregon, where I got started with my photography. All the beautiful nature and the wilderness around there inspired me a lot, and that's how I got started in photography. 99% of the stuff that I was photographing over there, it had something to do with nature. I would go on hikes or camping or something like that. Portland is a special city in that is 1 hour away from very beautiful mountains and 1 hour away from the Pacific coast that is stunning. So it's almost the perfect place to fall in love with photography and nature and landscape photography. So while I was very excited at first about the idea of traveling the US and the world, we moved to Europe after that. I was also a little bit afraid that this would be bad for my photography, that it would take a toll in my photography because I would leave all those beautiful landscapes of the West behind and just go to places like where I am right now in the Midwest, in Indiana, where there is not much of that here. There are not many national parks around here. There are no mountains. There is no ocean. There is Lake Michigan, that is pretty cool, but it's no ocean. There are no rock formations or anything like that. So I had my doubts about it, if it was a good idea at all. What was I supposed to photograph here in the Midwest or in Europe? For a while it was quite a struggle because I had those images in my mind that I wanted to make, but I wasn't able to make them here because this place is not the right place for that kind of images. So eventually, finally, I learned to forget about those imaginary images that I was dreaming of and just embrace the place, embrace the environment, embrace what I had here, and I started making something with what I got. Once I did that, I started to have fun with photography again, and in some cases even more than I used to have back in Oregon. I made one of my favorite images here in Indiana, in a regular random park in Michigan City on a very beautiful day with the right conditions. That image opened my eyes, opened my mind forever, and I finally realized, I know that this is something that it might sound obvious now, but to me it wasn't for me, and it made me realize that I could make a good image, not a good image, a great image anywhere under the right conditions. I guess the struggle never ends. I'm back in Indiana. I've been here for a month and a half, and I was a little bit less, but I was still a little bit afraid of what I could make here, what kind of images I was going to be able to make here. The snow is gone. Those gorgeous fields covering snow, now they are just full of corn and soybeans and whatnot. It's very sunny, very hot. The lake is not frozen. There is actual water and all that kind of stuff that made me doubt myself and what I could do here. For example, I went on a walk this morning. There is a path nearby that goes around the lake. It's very nice. It's 5.5 miles long or something like that. And I like to go there every day for a walk or a run. And I always bring a camera with me. I usually do bring the RX100 if I'm walking. If I'm running, I'll just bring the GoPro just in case I want to record a video or something like that. This path goes around the lake, as I said, but you don't get much of a view of that lake. There is a little section, a good part of the path where you can see a swamp. It's not the lake itself, and the rest of the path just goes through private property. People build their homes and houses right on the water, so you don't have, there is no public access to the lake. There is not even a view. Most of it looks like, you know, your typical neighborhood in a small town in America. You wouldn't even be able to tell that there is a lake there unless you really pay attention between the houses and see the lake. There is a little beach on the other side that it is public. You can go there if you want, but it's really tiny and it's not ideal for photography. Bringing my camera every day with me, the RX100, gave me a lot of chances and opportunities to make images along the way. I couldn't think of anything more typical, not boring, just more typical than that path where I spend between 1 and 2 hours every day, and I was able to make some images. Some days it was photographing dragonflies, other days it was fog in the morning and I was able to photograph the sidewalks and the street lights and trees in the fog, and some other days were just trying to make images of things that I didn't pay attention to before. Like, for example, now I'm working on a little project about the street signs and whatnot. I've taken quite a few on this path that I'm talking about, but I'm mixing that up with other images that I've made in the past from even other countries like Spain and Portugal with interesting signs, and maybe I can make a scene or a book or something like that out of this project. Who knows? But it's something that I'm actually enjoying. It's something that I'm actually having fun with. And it's something that I could never think of photographing before. And this is the point that I was trying to make here. When I first moved from Portland to the Midwest and to Europe, I was totally focused on 100% on just going out on hikes, going on camping and making photos of beautiful landscapes, beautiful mountains, beautiful oceans. And now I'm actually enjoying the fact that I can go out at anywhere and still make images that I find interesting and that bring me joy. This has been an amazing realization that no matter where I am, no matter what kind of camera I have with me, I would still be able to make images and to enjoy it, to have fun with it, to create something. And it has changed the way we travel too, because before I could just choose a national park, say Yosemite, and then look accommodations around there and just plan the trip around Yosemite. Now we look more for, let's go to any place, a city or whatever, let's get the accommodation, and then once we have that, let's explore around what we have around, or even let's explore that town or that city, because sometimes we can find images where we expect them the least. So my message here is, I guess, don't limit yourself, don't set limits for your photography, don't stick to just one photography genre, and just photograph anything that might interest you. Of course, give priority to the stuff that inspires you the most, but don't limit yourself to just that. And photography, I believe, is something that it could be done, it should be done daily. It's like a muscle that we can exercise and not get better at it, because I don't know if we can actually get better at it, but maybe we start noticing stuff that we didn't notice before, and that's probably part of getting better at it, right? This is all I wanted to share today. I hope it's not a very long video. I want to make videos like this more often, maybe twice a week. I like to share my thoughts, I like to share my opinion on this kind of stuff, and I would love to hear from you too. I would love to hear about what you photograph, how you stay motivated, if you limit yourself to just one kind of photography genre and subjects, or if you are trying to be more very did on what you photograph. Please leave a comment down below with your opinion. But yeah, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching again, and see you in the next one.